Welcome to another episode of Mini Motorways. If you're new here, this channel is called Really Cozy Games, and we play video games in a very cozy and relaxing way. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. This map that we're starting with is Dar es Salaam, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. Basically, this is the large city and financial hub of Tanzania, which is, I believe, in Africa. So I'm expecting there to be a lot of traffic because this is like the hub, right? And the population of this city is over 7 million people, so quite a lot. Ooh, interesting. I'm actually not opposed to connecting these. Maybe I'll do this way. It's simpler for people to go in and out. Yeah, if you haven't watched any of the other episodes of Mini Motorways on this channel, we basically what I have decided to do is to start going through all the maps because I haven't played all the maps yet, and just try to get the highest score that we can and enjoy the game. This is a very interesting start because we have exact same colors for the entire week. And what I'm trying to do here is I am trying to keep everything as easy as possible for people to go in and out of their homes, if you will, into the businesses. So I'm staggering things a certain way. Roundabouts? I have a roundabout already. Maybe I'll take the traffic lights. I was sort of trying to figure out how to play with traffic lights. I haven't figured it out yet fully. We might play with it in this map as well, just to see if we can make it work somehow. But ideally here, I want to keep everything as, oh my god, we have all the same color. That is interesting. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. There we go. Three businesses to start off the same color. I feel like that's lucky. But anyways, I'm trying to keep these homes, right, to be able to turn right, if you will, at will as easy as possible and not have to stop. This will allow us to be able to get to these businesses longer and just, delay the inevitable that's coming, which is the overwhelm of having too many businesses looking for not enough homes. That's basically the entire premise of this game. You just take and watch cars go by, from one end to the next until you can't anymore. A very simple premise, and I really like simple. Okay. Talking about simple, I like keeping things in. Let me pause for a second. I like keeping things separate if I can. So I might do this and then that. It's kind of awkward. What if I do that? I think that makes a little more sense. And then I should be able to come in here. Right? Yeah, I should be able to come in here and fix this whole thing. Everything seems to be working. This is a very interesting entry point, but no biggie. This game, you're going to make a lot of different, not quite realistic options, I guess, of what roads would look like in real life, I think. But yeah, I like keeping colors separate. I think everybody does at this point when we're playing games or learning how to play this game. And I'm gonna take a bridge here. I already have traffic lights, but there is a large amount of water on this side, and we might start getting some businesses or some homes on this area. There we go. Like that. There we go. And certain paths that I'm taking here are deliberate in that I don't want things to spawn, for example, right next to the other businesses, if you will, and complicate things a bit more. So I am sort of trying to get close to the business, because when there is a road or there is a home or there is something in the way, nothing else will spawn to it. So, you know, you can simply, if you don't want things to spawn in a certain place, you can just create a road here as an example, and then you won't get anything spawning in these tiles. So you are able to control how things work a little bit. This is very awkward. Okay, so because this is such a long way around, I wonder if I should keep it separate for now. Oops, there we go. Now I don't care that if something spawns here, because I can always connect it here potentially, or here if it's yellow. But you can see how there are some strategies that you can play in order to control where things are going to spawn and make life a little easier for yourself. Now, a motorway would be very useful, but I'm going to keep that because I don't think I need it right now. It would be nice to connect this one to this here, so maybe I will do that and restrict the spawning close to this business. And see, this is what I was afraid of. We have something on the other side of this river now. And I would like to do this. There we go. I don't think we need to connect any more of these. I'm just going to leave it for now. The one that I'm most worried about in this map so far is going to be this one, just because the road here to get to this business is really, really far. You'll notice as well that there are like trees. I think they're trees. I'm not actually sure. But they are trees that spawn randomly, I guess, or automatically on the map. And when you go over them, right, if you want to build a road through them, they disappear. And if you delete the road, they don't grow back. But this acts as a natural spawning deterrent, so nothing will actually spawn where the trees are located either. You'd have to get rid of them and then delete the road as an example, and then there's a possibility of things spawning where the trees used to be. Let's get bridges. You never know with this amount of water that I might create more bridges eventually. And this is not ideal. So let me pause here. And maybe what I want to do is an intersection or what's it called? A roundabout? I don't think that I do though. Although it could not be, maybe it's not a bad idea. And maybe I want to take this. Can I go directly? No. Oh, this is going to be really interesting. I don't think this makes sense. Because I want to be able to take this and go directly, if possible. Oh, I can't click on it yet. And then I will make a bridge here. That is my solution, because I only have one motorway. All right, so now I've connected this together, and I want to connect this motorway to here. I can't put lights there. But I can do that. And maybe I will just allow these two businesses to be under the same network, similar to the red ones here. There are multiple cars under the same network, on multiple homes and multiple businesses under the same road network. Maybe I'll let that be. We have our red neighborhood here. I might be able to connect here. I get some sort of motorway. And when businesses upgrade after a while, they begin upgrading, and this is essentially what happens. They become rounder. And once there are a circle, then they will expect more businesses or more people to arrive to their business. And I think maybe I'll do that. Just because there's more homes here. That I can take advantage of. This is worrying. That yellow one on the corner. And I will take a roundabout. Oh, I just created like a tree that connects all the neighborhoods here. Hopefully, this will allow enough traffic, enough yellow traffic to withstand this. And this upgraded as well. How do I deal with this? Maybe something like that. Okay. The yellow there's a yellow neighborhood forming here. That it's essentially asking me to connect it. Excellent, let's get a motorway. Meet motorways as much as possible. Maybe I'll do this as well because I want to make sure that I have the capacity if some homes spawn in here to be able to create a road around it, right? And I was noticing a little bit of a delay with some of these cars because they had to wait while the other ones on the other road networks around here were moving along, right? But this one had some difficulty kind of waiting in the middle, which was causing traffic. So this giving it its own road should allow it to potentially make for a smoother traffic where things are consistently moving, and we're not going to need as many homes, if you will. I mean, that's the hope anyway. So far, everything is working well. I'm actually thinking of doing this for no other reason that I want to be able to connect these if possible. because there's a very tight space here. So if something spawns and I need more help for this business, that I have the capacity to connect more of the same color. And I will always take a motorway when it's presented. It is just the most useful thing. And we have this one. So these red ones seem to be struggling a little bit. There aren't enough. So I think I'm going to create Oh, I'm out of roads. I did not see that coming. I am out of roads. Wow. Okay. I am in a pickle right now. I'm just going to temporarily connect this together so that I can get some help. And then hopefully I get some roads that I can work with. Now that I know I don't have that many roads, and that's very interesting. I don't know if I've ever ran out of roads before. Now that I know I am running low on roads, I might make some changes. And I will disconnect this. I think I'll disconnect that because I have enough yellows here to deal with this. I'll keep that. I will move these, hopefully making them operate a little bit more efficiently. Get a few more roads there. And now it's time to think about how I am going to deal with all the problems that are here. Because maybe I would like to connect these together. This doesn't look like a great idea. I think I am going to, because I have to pass through here and then keep going all the way up to here. This is a terrible placement. Let me create what I wanted to do in the first place, which is a thing here for the reds. That way we can deal with this problem. Now, let's deal with the problem of the yellows. And I think I don't like this. If anything, I want to connect it here because we have a lot of yellows on this network that we can kind of control the situation in the yellow corners. And maybe I want to do this. Right? Disconnect these so that the yellows are going to the yellows and they have their own path that they can create. And the purples are dealing only with the purples. I think that makes sense. Now for this one, I think what I want to do is actually go behind here. Oops. And I think that should help with all the problems that we may be having. So let's unpause and see how it goes. Just track the issues. The biggest one being this one, and then the second one being these red ones right here. Oh, I see this issue already, so let me fix this. There we go. So that everybody gets their own road, if you will. Okay, this is causing a lot of issues. So I would like to pause and create a roundabout right here if I can. It will let me. Should be able to. Isn't there enough space? Maybe I can create a roundabout directly into where this was. I need to wait for it. Okay, now we should be able to create a proper roundabout. that should fix all these issues. And for my light blue friend here, close to home. Might need some help on this one. I think I will turn this over here. This one seems to be struggling a little bit. One home doesn't seem to be enough. And a motorway, of course. So far, I think we're doing fairly well. Now, this one is actually very useful. To help out with this one that is struggling. And this just made things a little bit more difficult. I think there's any way that I might have to go around. And then I will create another one, another motorway right there. That should be enough to supply this one. Let's see. Where we seem to be struggling the most right now is this purple one. And the fact that we have very few roads to deal with. Interesting. Let's get a roundabout. So far, these have been helpful for me. Try to conserve as many roads as we can. Wow, this is very close to up here. And I don't know where I would get more of these. Okay, so let's take a pause here for a second, because I think I'd like to fix a few things. I would like, not that. Maybe I can't fix it. No, that still wouldn't help. I don't want to create a lot of traffic here, but it seems to, as these ones are pulling in to this business, these businesses that are going down here are getting stuck, right? And it's causing a lot of traffic. And I would like to find a good way to fix that. I don't think I have a good solution. Maybe a light system. Maybe I'll work with that. And the other thing that I have been noticing is this is not doing fairly well. This connection here seems to be creating a lot of slowdowns. So I want to fix it. I want to put it somewhere else. And maybe this is the only place I can put it. It's kind of odd though. Or what if I work with this and then these simply go directly to this one? Let me fix things. Now, the other thing that I am sort of looking at is, and let's take a motorway. But the only other thing I'm looking at is where am I going to find houses for this business up here? And I think we're going to have to do it over here. Okay. So because of all these things that are happening, I think I'm going to consolidate a lot of this and bring my last motorhome into here so that I can create I don't think this makes much sense, but there are quite a few purples here that I would like to place there. And then I'm going to move so that all of these are coming to this one, hopefully alleviating some of the issues that we're having on there. And then this idea that I had, it doesn't seem to be working all that well. I want to pause for a second. I want to think we have 4 houses here. Okay, I'm adding a few more here. And this idea doesn't seem to be working out all that well. So maybe I will add a roundabout. After all, what would be the best place to put it? Either way, this is not ideal. This is not really working out. But I think it was doing better than what I had before, so I'm just gonna put it back. And I hope that this will fix things. What is happening? And because this is struggling as well, I think I'm going to take this one. I have plenty of cars coming from here. I think I want to make sure that this is doing okay. But I don't know if we actually have the capacity to save ourselves from this. We are very close to dying on the red one. There we go. Well, we serviced 1,757 commuters over 82 days. I don't know about you, but I think that sounds pretty good. We can check to see I completed 1,000 trips. I'm in the top 20. You know, for never having played this before, I think it's actually pretty good. Well, the next map that I haven't played is actually New York City, and it looks like it actually has a train system. So this seems to be the last map. I thought London and Mumbai were the only two maps with a train system, but New York also has a train system. I just hadn't unlocked it last time, I believe. So we're going to be playing, let's play with New York and see where we go. See how far we can go. I love the start of these maps because it's just so closed in, right? And there are very little things happening, so it's just easy to take in and relax. That's why I don't like playing in the fast-paced mode either. I like being able to experience the start of the map, if you will. Because as you start getting bigger and there are more businesses kind of, you know, taking your attention, you start forgetting about all the little details that they put in this game and how beautiful it actually is. I think I was talking about this before, but it's a very simple game. There's really not much to it. You know, the graphics, the cars, the map. It's a very simplistic looking and a very simple game to understand. You want to put people, you know, from their homes and connect a road to their businesses of the same color. But just because it's simple doesn't make it less fun or any less complex. And I think that's the beauty of games like these, and why I like cozy games in general, is because they're simple to understand. They are amazingly enjoyable, right? It helps you slow down in a world that is just filled with data and information and things trying to grab your attention every single second of every day. To be able to play things that just allow you to immerse yourself in the slow pace of its world. Take a roundabout. You know, that simplicity is something that I didn't think I was seeking, but once I found it, right, it's so good. I really enjoy simple, because I don't have to think as hard just to get to the same, just to understand it, right? And often the simplest of designs are one of the hardest ones to accomplish. I don't believe simple means easy. Easy and hard are subjective terms. I believe creating something simple is actually really, really difficult, because you have to strip away everything and keep only what matters, only what makes a difference. And I really enjoy that. Well, we are playing in New York right now, and from what I understood of the last time I played in the maps with trains, is that the trains don't actually do anything. they simply go around in circles around the map and sort of add another extra challenge, but they don't actually bring in passengers or take passengers anywhere. So I think ideally you would want to create as little connections through the train tracks as possible, because you don't really want the train slowing down your vehicle. Yeah, because this map is all about, or this game is all about keeping, let's take a bridge, but it's all about keeping the cars moving from one end to the other. Anything that slows it down, be it traffic or trains or anything like that, you want to pay attention to, right? And I think the reason why I'm taking bridges, I probably didn't talk about it, but the reason why I'm taking more bridges is I know that New York is, well, there's just a lot of rivers. There's a lot of sea around it, I guess. So I want to make sure that I can cross wherever I need to. I can already see, for example, here, I don't know if this counts as one bridge that I need to go through or two bridges, because I'm going through this little patch of land mass. I also find it extremely interesting that we're already seeing upgraded businesses, and it's very early into the game. I'm kind of worried about how fast I'll be able to keep up, or if there are going to be enough homes for the amount of upgraded businesses that there are. I also have no idea if these train station businesses upgrade. I actually didn't pay attention to that in my last two maps, so I should keep an eye on that. And a motorway in week 3. Oh. Well, that's not ideal. And maybe I want to create a roundabout. Maybe. Maybe not. Actually, if I have, no, yes, a roundabout would probably make sense if I think about it. Let's get rid of, let's wait until this comes back. There we go. Let's pause for a second. I want to find the best place to do a roundabout. Can I go? I can't go through this park. Really? That's so interesting. I think I want to do something like that so that I can connect more of these orange homes. Deal with that. I think that's good enough. I want to save my motorway for something that, we really need. I think we're doing well right now. I think eventually we'll want to connect these, like this neighborhood, to this one. But we'll see. New York, obviously being the most populous city in the United States, I don't think there is anybody that doesn't know about New York, right? And let's see, let's go to Wikipedia and see how much population there is. With an estimated population in July 2024 of 8.5 million. The most densely populated major city in the United States. And where all the big businesses, Wall Street, all those kinds of things are. So maybe that's the reason why this map has very early upgraded businesses, and maybe that will be the theme of this map is the complexities of really, really strong or fast-paced businesses demanding a lot of people. And maybe not enough houses to deal with it all. See, this upgraded already. Like all businesses, except for the train station ones, are fully upgraded. That's so interesting. I think I want to connect these two now. Just in case. And this will be our first test on bridges. Does it take 2 bridges? Indeed it does. So bridges are going to be fairly important here. I'm going to take as many as I can. So technically I could just go 1 tile under and not have to use 2 bridges. Maybe that's more efficient. Maybe I'll do that. No. Hang on. There we go. 1 long bridge. Okay, and this is weird. I can't go to the top because I can't have anything going through this. I think I am going to need Yeah, I'm definitely going to need one of these. There we go. To go over this park. Or not, because I'm going to have to connect this over here. I think instead I'm going to... Oh, a second motorway. That's good. Yeah, maybe I'll install a second motorway. Put it back to where it was. That might help. Oh, this has expanded. Okay. So I should be able to do that. And then I can get rid of this motorway and save it for a rainy day. This business seems to be struggling a little bit. Not ideal. Ooh, a motorway and a bridge. I think I'm going to get a motorway. What would be the best way to deal with this one? Maybe cross across. If I cut across here. That is yellow. And another green business appeared here. Okay. This is actually not good. I need a way to sever that. I need more green homes. And I need a way for them to get over here. If I add a little bit of that, I don't want to add too much to this network because this network is already getting bogged down. I think if I keep this there, get rid of that, just bring this right there. That might be the most ideal scenario. There we go. That's probably better. And traffic lights or roundabouts. I think roundabouts are more useful for me. Well then. And green. Now there's not that much traffic in this road, so I might just take part of it for now and see if it becomes a problem. Then I can always fix it later on. This road is not used very often, so I'm comfortable just leaving it like that. And you know, looking at the map right now, we don't seem to be struggling anywhere right now, which is pretty awesome. Right, that's interesting. I was trying to see if I could put this at an angle with a railway, but I cannot. So it's good to know. This one doesn't go in a circle, actually. This one stops right here. It's probably the end of the map. Excellent, a motorway. Always useful. And I'm noticing that every time it stops in this station, it adds some people, some need into the business. Okay, so I want to make sure that this is separated. There we go. And it upgraded immediately as soon as it showed up. That's fascinating. Oh, this might start becoming a problem. Ooh. We'll see how busy this road gets. So far, it hasn't been used very much. But now that the pink has upgraded here, and I'm also seeing that people are being dropped off here a lot more often. I think it should still be fine. All of our homes for this train station are nearby. Traffic lights or roundabouts? Oh, the roundabout. And the blue one upgraded. I say let's do that. Future-proof this so that I can actually create and bring in more homes. Because eventually these will also upgrade, which will cause a lot of issues. We're struggling a little bit with this pink business. Just because of how far the cars have to drive. But it's a beautiful network. Apart from this one, I don't think we're struggling anywhere else. We have a huge neighborhood of blues here. Maybe we should look at bringing into this I will take a bridge. I see. So this, because it's so close to the stopping place of the train, is actually slowing this down, doubling the slowdown basically, because only a few cars can get past before the train starts going back, and then everybody has to stop again. That's making things a little bit more precarious. We are definitely needing some help on the blues here. So maybe I will add a roundabout. Yes, I can. So if I add a roundabout, that does that. Maybe I'll do that. There we go. That's probably better. Oh, this is causing a lot of issues. So I want to take a pause here. I want to fix it. Just give things a little bit more leeway. And this orange, where can I connect it? Interesting. And a blue. Okay. All need is like one orange here. Okay, maybe I will use this up there for now. Well, I'm glad I did that, because now that this is upgraded, it's going to need all the help it can get. And at least there's 3 houses here. And there is technically a little bit more, although that doesn't count. Wonder if there isn't a better better place for this motorway. What if I did that? At least I have that connected. I can always do this connection as well. That would probably work better. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homes dealing with this orange business from across the map. I think everything is working well. Yellows. Okay, I have a lot of motorways. Sufficient yellows here that maybe I can do this. I don't know what to do about this mess down here. There's just a lot of blues, a lot of yellows, and it's really nowhere near any of the businesses that need them. We seem to be struggling with green here now. Maybe. But I'm using pretty much all the greens that I can. Yeah, I think that was temporary because now we seem to be struggling with pink here. I think I'd like more road tiles. And maybe, just maybe, might add that right there, so that I have a specific connection going to pink that is not bound by the train. That should make things a little bit easier. That upgraded. Do I have enough yellows to deal with this? I think so far I do. And there's that right there, which is beautiful. Can I not make that connection? Yes, I can. All right, so far so good. You know, now that I'm seeing it, I don't think these greens are actually moving or doing anything. Oh. We seem to be struggling across all the different sections here. Let me do a roundabout. Do that. Actually, do that. I can bring in some extra blues there. Hopefully help out. And temporarily, I think I want to put another blue here. I just want to increase or improve as many of the sections as I can. And since I have one over here, I have a motorway, maybe I will There's 3 right here. Maybe I'll cut these off because I want another motorway. For this one specifically. Wait, no. Yeah, that's probably better. And this one should go deal with this one. Maybe that's a better entry point. There's not as many greens. Hopefully that'll help out as much as possible. I think that's about as much as we can do, and that is definitely it. So, we were able to serve 2,452 commuters over 115 days. I actually like that map quite a bit. Thank you. And I'm the top 35. I don't know what to think about the maps with trains. I sort of like them, but the trains don't seem to add anything to gameplay. I don't know. But I am very glad that you have watched this far. I want to thank you very much for watching, and we will continue playing Mini Motorways in another episode. Take care.